Here at Monster Jam, we're all about access. From the pit parties and track walks to the TV shows, interviews, and vast internet presence on YouTube and Twitter, the fans' experience is number one on our list. Nowhere in the sports entertainment industry is the experience as engrossing and exciting as it is here at Monster Jam. And it doesn't get any more in your face than when you're on board with these legendary drivers freestyling on Monster Jam's biggest stage in Las Vegas. So ride along while these drivers put the pedal to the metal for a chance to be the next World Finals champion. Right off the bat, let's go on board with Monster Energy, former world champ David Bradshaw.
What a perspective here. You go right over the shoulder of David Bradshaw. David Bradshaw has such a motorsports history. Right along with a guy like this is really awesome because you know it's going to be exciting the whole way through.
Now, we'll give you the perspective you see in the lower right-hand corner. This is what David is seeing as you're seeing the truck actually perform in this freestyle competition, battling for the Monster Jam World Finals Freestyle Championship.
What an awesome sky wheel. From the onboard, you can see what it looks like to actually do the sky wheel in a Monster Jam truck. You see David right now working his way all the way across the floor, back and forth.
Frank, for those of us who've never been behind the wheel in competition before, it's amazing to see how quickly you Monster Jam drivers have to react.
This is pretty much giving you everything a driver sees and feels. But the one thing I can't give you is that crowd voice. You can't really hear the crowd in these videos, but for sure you can definitely see what the driver's working. You got to look at the feet too, working the pedals a lot. And as a driver, you don't even know you're doing it. You just get out there and do it.
And we always talk about some drivers will really try to meticulously plan out how they want to run it. Some guys will plan their first couple of hits, and if they survive those, and they're on house money.
Look at there, David looking at nothing but the Las Vegas sky, pitch dark. That's all you can see. Just has to open the truck latch and something he can control it off.
Something close to 80 possible faces you can get on this track. You can't hit them all. You gotta pick what's going to be most spectacular for your team.
You know, 2 minutes seems like it's a long time, but it goes by so fast. You can see that clock tick really, really quick. Next thing you know, you're at bonus time. If you haven't made that big move, you have to make it. You see David Bradshaw's run come a little short.
That's what it looks like to be upside down when you're behind the wheel of the Monster Energy Monster Jam truck. Outstanding run for David Bradshaw and Monster Energy. More on-board excitement with Neil Elliott and Max D.
Could this perspective be a little scarier, Scott? Looking right out the front bumper. Neil actually in a better spot than we are in the camera here.
You are riding along. Where exactly this time?
Right on the front bumper. We're in front of the engine. We're right at the point where the track officials hooked up the Monster Jam equipment to pull it off the track. And hopefully you won't have to do that here.
He takes one of those famous nosedives.
That gives you an idea of how high that truck was. If you can watch the regular footage until you see it on the actual truck, it gives it no perspective. Look at that. It looks up great.
Yeah, okay. You can see why.
Oh, wait a minute.
It comes upside down.
Well, I don't think it's down here.
We've seen this movie play out before. Never sure the end changes every time.
That's up here again. You can tell he'll have a good look at the face the obstacle is going to hit. He knew what he was going to do, so it helps him as he moves along here. He's back on board now.
It just amazes me when you've got this camera pointed up how long the hang time and how long he's staring at the sky before the ground is back in place.
Well, what he's doing right there, Scott, is he's in the, oh, here we go, another rollover. What he's doing is when he's in the air, he's looking forward and trying to figure out where he's going next. Because the runs happen so quick, and sometimes the landings are really jarring. You have to have a game plan in your head before you actually hit the ground.
Not coming out of this one, although it wasn't for a lack of trying for Neil Elliott and Max D. More onboard thrills as you are riding along with Mark McDonald and that awesome black El Toro Loco.
You know what's really cool about this onboard feature here, Scott, is we can see all the different trucks, the different body styles, the combinations, and layouts. You can see the sight line here for El Toro is slightly different than the sight line for Max D or David Bradshaw. You see, he's actually looking over the nose of a bull.
And that's where down by the feet when they go up in the air. That's why that's clear, so you can see.
And 90%, I bet you probably 95 to 99% of all Monster Jam drivers use that left corner, that left hole right there where you can see the tire, left front tire. That is your perspective. That is what you use to gauge the truck because, as you can see, when it's in the air, looking out the windshield doesn't do you any bit of good. You've got to look at the floor, maybe right by the brake pedal or down to that corner, that left front corner.
Yeah, just staring at the Las Vegas sky is going to get you to where you didn't see where you're at on this crazy track again. With the intricacy of the obstacles built to make this a true challenge for the Monster Jam World Finals Freestyle competition.
It's so much fun, Scott, watching this Mark McDonald out here. You got to look at that left front corner, right where that left front tire is. That's your best line of sight, because like when you're 20 feet high in the Las Vegas sky, you can't see anything through that windshield. So you got to look at that left front corner.
On board with Mark McDonald, Del Toro logo. And remember, the only place you can live this kind of excitement is to go to MonsterJam.com. Get your tickets now for the next Monster Jam World Finals. It's backflip time. That's what it looks like to do a complete 360 rotation and land it on the wheels.
Yeah, sky, ground, sky. That's kind of what it looks like. It's got real quick sky, ground, sky.
Now look, he's doing moves in reverse, and he's not seeing anything. There's no rear view mirror.
No, just back it up and hope for the best. Back on board again. Another big air shot from Mark McDonald for a local. Great work here. Uh-oh. You see action, Scott, how he steered into it to save the truck. Great work from Mark McDonald.
This is what you're seeing with the onboard looks we're giving you here. The Monster Jam World Final 16. Mark McDonald putting in a great run in El Toro logo.
You see, Scott, these trucks land so good. These Monster Jam trucks are paired so well. But look how much Mark McDonald's moving around. They're still taking a beating. Uh-oh. He's on his roof now.
Trying to power out of it, but that's going to be the end of an scintillating run from Mark McDonald and El Toro logo. More onboard action. Let's go on board with a run that would end up being the second highest scored in this Monster Jam World Finals. We're talking about Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger.
Again, we talk about the different sight lines. You see how the nose of Son of a Digger almost comes to a point that opens up a little bit of more visual area for Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger, which is going to help him here in his run. Big air by Ryan Anderson. Working that brake pedal to get that truck settled down. Great work.
Right over the left shoulder of Son of a Digger and right out that front windshield. You see exactly what the Phenom is looking at as he is powering around this track. Now a little perspective in the left-hand side of the screen of what the truck is doing as Ryan is making these moves.
You see that right hand over there, Scott? When he puts his hand up there and works that little switch up there, that's the rear steering. That's how we get these trucks to turn around with the tight quarters and do the crazy stuff with the rear steering.
He's back and forth now. You can see now two hands on the steering wheel until he needs the rear steering.
Yeah, a lot of drivers are different, you know. Some guys hold on to that the whole time, other guys back and forth. Wow, big air for Ryan Anderson.
Look how long he hung. It's the kind of the anticipation of what's going to happen when you hit.
That's exactly what it is. You don't know where the truck's going to end up, so you hold on and hope for the best. And when it actually lands, it shoots straight, you're happy. It's big air hit. That's a big air hit, guys. Great run by Ryan Anderson.
And the combination, move to move now. You know what he's going for here. And he nails it. Backflip and then right into the next move for Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger.
Back at it. Wow. Strong truck. That's a testament to that crew to keep that thing together. Great work on these guys. Outstanding job. Backflips are tough on these trucks.
We're going to hurt Son of a Digger a little bit.
It did not.
You can see the yellow lighting up with his bonus time. He goes for another one.
Let's try another one. Yeah, he made it to the first one. Why not? Finish with one. Oh. Working a bit the outside of the floor. Looks like the red light stopped. Yeah,
that's it. What a run. 2 awesome action-packed minutes from Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger. Now, Charlie Pauken, one of the 3 grave diggers in the competition this year, and another former Monster Jam World Finals freestyle champion.
Well, you can see how hard that first landing was. It knocked the camera a little crooked.
Wow.
See, Monster Jam officials either shut the truck walking off, or there may be mechanical issue with the truck. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, you see the Monster Jam official in the corner, telling him to fire up and get back going again.
Yeah, you can see Charlie saying, "Come on, let me go, man. I'm ready." Come on,
oh, let's just go right into a backflip. Here we go.
And execute it. Nailed it.
Done.
Charlie Pauken for Team Gravedigger. It's always been his dream to drive Gravedigger here after winning the World Championship driving Monster Money.
So much history with Charlie Pauken and this Gravedigger team. I mean, you start with Gravedigger himself, a ton of history there, but Charlie Pauken, he's got a whole lineage of history behind him also. He's a great career so far in Monster Jam, and I don't think he's anywhere near done.
Hang time for Pauken's Gravedigger.
Huge air. He's got his truck over-rotated, stuffed the front tire in, popped it right over, but he's back on his wheels ready to go.
On his wheels and continuing on. The fans are digging this, and you're getting an unbelievable perspective on board with Pauken and Gravedigger.
Still got 30 seconds to go.
You see how big that scoreboard clock is? Probably here appropriately. But here, more than any event you drivers go to, Frank, you really know the time because you can see it there. Look at the move in reverse.
Reverse, like you said, there's no rear view mirrors, there's no backup alarm here, no backup camera. You're doing it all by feel. Charlie Pauken, he's got a brand issue there, drive-by failed. I don't know, probably going to slow him down here towards the end of his run, but just outstanding floor awareness, just a great job altogether by Charlie Pauken. A great day.
And now bonus time as those numbers click now and coming upward for 30 more seconds for one. Great day. He's doing it with a damaged truck. You see how hard he's fighting.
Well, what he's doing is when you've got a drive-by problem, you've got no rear-wheel drive and front-wheel drive, you just got to keep the momentum up because the truck won't respond as quick because you only have two wheels pulling. So he just had the front pulling, so he has to roll at everything at a decent clip and still get some pretty big air.
Nicely done with a truck that's not at 100%. Grave Digger and Charlie Pauken. More onboard thrills for you here. Let's come down Thunder Alley with Todd LeDuc, who entered this competition as the defending world freestyle champion and the world racing champion for this brief moment. He joined Tom Mitch as the only driver ever to hold world titles at one time.
You saw he came the announcement was present. Big hit.
Look at the momentum. You can see he is just back, move, hit.
What's really fun too to watch his outboard. It's just fun, just a little bit, just to listen to hear what the truck is doing. Just listen here for a second. Okay, so we're back on board now. You can really hear it working that throttle, hear the engine react to him, and the suspension working, those tires hit the ground. There's a lot going on out there, Scott.
Yeah, again, note the contrast. LeDuc really keeps getting pushed there a lot more until he absolutely has to expand on the
Yeah, for some drivers, it's almost like a security blanket. You're comfortable holding onto it. It's almost like a handlebar. So it's all driver preference. You can see kind of just working the four-wheel well here. Very smooth with the truck. It's an outstanding job of it. Again, big air. He started with big air. He's keeping big air constantly in this run.
Two-time Monster Jam World Finals champion Todd LeDuc and Metal Militia. Onboard looks, of course, upper right, you're over the shoulder, you're on the chest, and then upper left. And that's what's happening at the bottom.
Not quite the clean landing Todd was looking for. Shaped Metal Militia.
Right as bonus time began, the end comes to a run. So, unable to defend the world freestyle title, but he is this year's world racing champion. All right, more onboards, and this is the one you got to watch. Monster Jam's newest world champion. Here, you are going to get the perspective on the run that wins the World Finals Championship at Monster Jam World Finals 16. Mike Vaters is second in Overkill Evolution.
We saw earlier, Ryan Anderson, second generation. Colt Stevens in the Young Gun Shootout, NEA, second generation. Mikey Vaters here, another second generation driver, doing outstanding work here at Overkill Evolution.
This always has been a family sport, a family affair. And again, you can see it. Not just the fans, but certainly the drivers. You talk about second generation, how cool it is to come to party in Pittsburgh. You see fans who are bringing their kids.
Yeah, it's great to see.
Family deal for all of them.
Monster Jam's family from end to end. And here we see this run from end to end is just outstanding. Big air everywhere. It's, the driver's a big part of it, but it's a testament to that crew that prepares that truck. That wax selling team up in Maryland do a great job. Marty Garza involved with that team. The technical aspects of this truck are unbelievable. You put a driver like Mikey Vaters behind the wheel, good things are going to happen.
By going for that backflip fairly early on, Vaters was showing he was going for the championship because that's it. But now when he hit it, now he's rolling. Now he's got a roll going, and now he can really try to build the momentum. And what does he do? He goes for another one.
Yeah, you got one in your pocket, might as well go for a second.
And at this point, the crowd is absolutely electric.
Yeah,
Stadium.
he can do no wrong now.
Watch the hang time.
Wow, look at that. Truck handles it nice.
You can see how long, again, when you're riding along with it, the onboard, how long it feels like it's up in the air like that.
Yeah, like I said, though, he's up there plotting his next path because the floor shrinks for that high in the air. You've got to really figure out where you want to go.
More huge air. I mean, that was suspended animation, it felt like, for a minute.
That's just a test. Ooh, that's a rough landing. The truck shut off. Fired right back up, though.
Mike Vaters was second, winning his first ever Monster Jam World Finals Championship in the Big Show. Remember, he came in as the defending Young Gun Shootout champion, if you will. Having won that in 2014. Look at this. How long was he in the air there? You got a stopwatch on him. Wow.
Unbelievable.
What a run, and that's how you win a Monster Jam World Championship in the freestyle competition. You just went on board with Monster Jam World Finals Freestyle Champion Mike Myers II and Overkill Evolution.
Your new leader is Overkill